Redstone Mars Base, here I come! Hey, what's up my fellow Twisters? Welcome back to a brand new Let's Build that is literally out of this world. We are going to be building a redstone base on the surface of Mars. Yes guys, you heard me. This is going to be so cool and so epic. I can't wait to build my base. Now I was trying to think of something really awesome and amazing to start for my next Let's Build series, and this came to mind, and it's so perfect because I just love this terrain map. I will leave it in the description box down below if you guys want to go ahead and build along with me. But if you guys also want to contribute to the episodes and be in the video, I highly recommend going to the comment section down below, suggesting a redstone build as well as a regular build for me to create. And if I use that, I will also add your comments into the next episode. So it's really interactive and we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. So let's go ahead and just get to it. Alright, so I did survey the landscape and I also added in world edit, so we're going to be able to build a lot of structures that's very big, and we're going to build it very quickly this time compared to the other episodes. Now in this area there is a gigantic lake filled with water. Now there is water on Mars, probably not this much in real life, but yeah, this is definitely precious, and I want to go ahead and create a dome around this area and maybe have my base at the very center with bridges connecting to it. And I think that will be a really cool idea, and we could possibly drain some of the water out the middle. That way we could create some underground redstone, but we could create anything on any areas of the map. So be free with your suggestions. I mean, anything is possible in Minecraft. But anyways, let's go ahead and create our glass dome. I'm going to do this using world edit. Alright, so here we go, spawning down our glass dome, and boom! Check this out, it's almost perfect to the edge. This is so awesome. So the entrances are going to be obviously at the 4 different corners, and then it's going to lead to a house in the middle. Now I want to go ahead and create one of the bridges first. That way I could get a good sense of where my house is going to be once I connect it up in the middle. So a quick update on what I'm doing. I'm basically creating a 3x3 area that's going to be like a small tunnel. We're going to add in the bridge at the bottom, and then I'm going to leave a space to add in a piston door that you could activate using a T flip-flop. Now my idea is that the inside of our dome is going to have our oxygen, and the outside is just going to be deadly air. Now of course we do have to do a bit of role playing when that comes into play, but it's definitely going to be pretty cool, and that's the idea. So let me go ahead and continue building up this area. Alright, another update on what I'm doing. As you can see, I am starting to build a bridge, and the idea that I have is of course a redstone lit bridge. That way we can have some awesome lighting during the night. And this is actually made out of 2 different types of slabs. This is stone slabs of course, and sandstone slabs, as well as we do have these little pillars over here on this side, and this is basically going to be held up by another like scaffolding at the top, and we haven't built that yet, but this is basically what I have so far. I'll show you guys how to build that, but for reference I do have to mention that every 4 blocks we do have our redstone lamps in the ground, and every 4 blocks we do have our pillars. So as you guys can see, that is basically how you would build it. Now let's go ahead and build one of these pillars so you guys get an even better idea of how you would make this. So basically, yet again, every 4 blocks you want to go ahead and come down here, place a stone slab to extend the block 1 down, place some iron bars over there, an upside down cobblestone stair there, as well as an oak wood right over there facing up, then 2 more on top of that, and then maybe 1 more with a stone slab at the very top, and of course you place down 3 oak fencing right in between that, and then you would copy that basically every 4 blocks until you get to the middle. And I'm doing that for pretty much every single side of this. Now I kind of overestimated the amount of work I could do as usual, but basically guys, I'm gonna just try to build up the entrance and make it as fancy as possible because I'll have to replicate that on every single side, and using World Edit, you can't really copy and paste slabs, so I'll have to build it all manually, and then, you know, try to find a center point. So what I'm going to do now is try to finish up the bridge, add in a lot of detail, as well as work out the redstone, and also try to build up the front door, and maybe add in that piston door I was talking about a bit earlier. So another update on the bridge, I'm going to be using this pattern for the roof. If you guys want to build the same thing as well, I'm basically using some cobblestone slabs over here, as well as some oak leaves and a light blue stained glass in this 3x3 area. Then I'm going to copy this pattern all the way down to the other side. Alright, so there we go. I built out the roof for our little walkway, and this is going to connect into the walls. That way our bridge has the support it needs. Now these are basically holding up the bridge, and we could possibly add in some stone slabs in between to make it look a bit more realistic there as it's holding up the bridge. But yeah, that's the basic idea. As you guys saw, I added in another layer at the top to make the bridge look a bit better. This is basically logs and leaves, and if you guys are wondering why I'm using components of trees, that's because the whole idea is that I'm terraforming the inside to make it a bit different from the outside terrain of Mars. So eventually in the future you'll see trees all across here, maybe some grass as well as some, you know, podzol and stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically the whole idea. This is basically going to be a new environment that is trapped inside this little area inside of Mars. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty cool base. Alright, so now I do have to add in a bit more detail as well as work out the redstone for the bridge and possibly start building up the front door. Okay guys, so I worked out a way to activate our redstone lamps on the bridge, and I also managed to make it look a bit decent. Alright, so the idea that I had was to basically have these little cocoons down here that contain a redstone torch, as you can see on one of these blocks, and they would basically take a signal of redstone repeaters going all the way down to the end, inverting all of the torches and turning on all of our lights. So that is the idea. I'm not going to build out all of them, but I will show you guys how to create each individual one, and in future episodes we'll connect them up and then add in the lever at our base of operations. So let's go ahead and create one of these small cocoons. What we need to do is basically build down one block over here beneath our redstone lamp, grab ourselves an oak wood, place it right over there facing up. Then you want to go ahead and place down one coming out like that, one up on this side, destroy that block, destroy this block, one out like this, one up like that, destroy this block, grab ourselves some iron bars, place it right over here, right over there, right over here, and right over there. And as you guys can see, it should connect up to our other iron bars that are also on the back of these stairs, which make it look really cool. And then we're going to go ahead and then add in another bits of blocks on this side. This is going to be our oak wood planks, and then we're going to add down a block over here, which is going to have our redstone repeater in the middle, getting those signals in order to repeat our, you know, blocks or whatever. So actually I think it's going to be like that. That way we can actually get that signal using a redstone repeater, then going into another block of our choice and inverting that torch as well. So it's going to be looking a bit funky, but it will still get the job done and not raise too much suspicions. We can also change the design in the future if it does not turn out that well. But yeah, that's basically the idea. Yet again, I'm not going to build it out because we don't know where the base of operations is going to be. But now I'm going to try to build up the doorway and add in that piston door and see what we could get done over here. Alright, so I dug out an area for my piston door. It's basically going to be a 2x7 area that's also 3 blocks deep into the ground. So let's go ahead and build this. Basically, we want to go ahead and build it from the inside, going towards the outside. Alright, so what we need to do is basically build up 2 sticky pistons right over here at the back and the center of our area. Once we have that, grab ourselves 2 more blocks, place it right over there with a sticky piston facing this way. way, destroy these 2 blocks, place down a block over here with our sticky piston facing this way. At the very back, destroy this block, place down an L shape just like this, a bit of redstone dust there, a redstone torch there with a block on top of that, and another redstone torch on the face of this block. Then what we need to do is go ahead and place down a block right in front of this sticky piston, and then we want to go ahead and destroy this block at the bottom, place down a detector rail right over here with a bit of redstone dust, destroy this block at the bottom, place a dropper facing up, then place an item down into that dropper, place a hopper on top of that dropper, and then place down a comparator coming out of that hopper, going into a block on this side. So basically it looks like that, going into a block right over there. Let's go ahead and just close that glass back up. And now what we need to do is place down 2 blocks over here, another one over here, and then we can build out the frame for our 3x3 door. And once we have that, we can place down our sticky pistons as well right behind these blocks. We place down 1 right over here at the top, and then 3 on the sides of these corner blocks, just like that. And if you guys are getting confused by this, I will do a separate like redstone tutorial on its own, explaining this in detail if you guys do need that. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue building up our redstone door. What we need to do now is place down a redstone repeater coming out of this block, set that to 4 ticks, going into a block with a sticky piston facing this way on top of it. Place down another redstone repeater over here, set that to 2 ticks with a block on the face of this sticky piston, a bit of redstone dust here, a block right over here. And then what we need to do is come around here and place down another block there, place down 2 bits of redstone dust there. This redstone dust is going to be going into this bottom corner block of the door. We place down another redstone repeater right over here, set this to 4 ticks, going into a block of our choice with a bit of redstone dust on top of that. And now we need to go ahead and add in the rest of redstone to activate our other sticky piston. So let's go ahead and make some room. We need to grab ourselves a redstone torch, place it right over here, place down a block on top of that redstone torch, a bit of redstone dust there, a block over here, 2 blocks over there, a bit of redstone dust here and there, as well as a redstone repeater going into that top sticky piston. Then we need to place down 3 blocks over here, and then 3 blocks on this side. Once we have that, we need to make some room over here as well. And then place down 2 blocks over here, grab ourselves some redstone dust and kind of wrap it around this area, bring it down here, and then send it over these 2 blocks that's on top of this sticky piston right over here. Place down a block of your choice on the second sticky piston on this side, and bring down that redstone so it activates that sticky piston, and that is pretty much it. Now we could go ahead and test out this by kind of resetting the blocks over here, grabbing ourselves a lever, and activating the block that we need to activate. And there we go. There is a 3x3 redstone door. Now, I'm not going to connect this up to any button at the moment. Yet again, I'm waiting to see where my headquarters is going to be, as well as where my full entrance is. So at the moment, I'm just going to leave it open and then decorate the area and make it look a bit better, knowing where our piston door is now located. Alright, so I built up a bit of the entrance, and this is what I'm going to use so far, since this is pretty long in the video. Now, the entrance is basically going to be a pillar right over here, and at the very top we go up 2 blocks. The block at the very top is a sea lantern. In between that, we have a 2x3 area of chiseled quartz, as well as on the inside I added in another layer of iron blocks. The door is right over here, as well as we do have the floor kind of redecorated as well. Over here we have a bunch of iron blocks. That's basically going to be 4 blocks, then a staircase, 4 blocks, and then another level. That's basically how I made it. And then our staircase is made out of quartz, and over here we have this pattern of our pillars that I do a lot on my channel. And basically how you make this is by placing a pillar course like that, coming on this side, doing it the opposite, and it basically makes a nice little pattern on the ground. So let's just go ahead and finish this up. There we go. Place that down like that. And as you guys can see with the shaders, it's pretty hard to kind of recognize the pattern, but if it's at night, you could definitely see it. So let's just go ahead and, like I mentioned, finish this up. Alright, so the final part is building up this railway. I'm not sure sure if I'm going to keep this, but let's just go ahead and build it up. I think we need to build up 5 blocks on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place down our sea lantern at the top. Grab ourselves some stone slabs. Place it on the bottom section of this block over here, connecting to our sea lantern. Do the same thing over here. 2 blocks out at the bottom section of this block. Build up till you get to 1 block below that. Place down our sea lantern right over there. 2 blocks out yet again. Place down 1 block over here facing up, and then place down a sea lantern on the top of that, or actually, you know what, bring it down like this. There we go. And then build our sea lantern right over there. So it needs to be on the bottom section of this block. And then, of course, you could replace these blocks if you so choose. So anyways, guys, that is basically going to be our redstone house on Mars. So far, I know we haven't built a lot. We just built a bridge. Of course, I'm going to copy this on all of the different sides on single player, and I'll try to build out the map even more. I really do need your guys' help on your suggestions as well as different ideas. That way we can make this fun and interactive. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you do want to see more of the series, please take 1 second to smack the like button. I really do appreciate it, as well as share the video to your friends if you really enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe to see all of my latest videos when I post them. Anyways, guys, this was Twiistz, and I'll see you all later.